Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Grace, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Grace's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give her while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Grace has been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Grace is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first exercise they're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Grace are taking off doing that now. The command is Grace, heel. After she stretches, they'll get into the heeling. We've also incorporated into this an automatic sit, as you see right there. Whenever Fred stops his feet, Grace will sit. It's important during the heeling that Grace walks nicely on your left and doesn't pull ahead or lag behind. She should walk at your pace. There's another automatic sit there. The next command they're going to demonstrate is the stay command. The stay is a hand and voice command. Fred is going to use the open flat of his left palm about an inch or so from Grace's muzzle and the one-word command to stay.
Stay.
He'll then walk out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to start at about a minute and build your way up to about 3 minutes to help build that self-control and maturity in Grace. When Fred returns back to her, he's going to walk all the way around her, providing an added distraction as he goes behind. And right back into heel position on the left-hand side. Grace remains seated throughout until given some praise or another command. And they're off heeling again. We'll run through some more heel, sit, and stay for you. There's an automatic sit there. Another sit. He's going to give her the stay again. And out to the end of the training leash.
No.
Oh, she broke the command. Repeat the command, always follow through. It's going to demonstrate the recall or the come command this time. Call her in, she'll sit nicely in front, and then she'll perform an exercise called the finish, where she'll heel around the back of Fred and right back into heel position, seated nicely on the left-hand side. We'll demonstrate it again. Leave her in the stay and out to the end of the training leash. Call her into you. She comes in, sits nicely in front, and now she'll perform the finish by heeling around the back of Fred and right back into heel position. It's important that if she breaks the command, the first word out of your mouth is no, followed by a correction, and then you repeat the command. You always want to follow through with all of your commands. It's a great time to remind you should practice all your commands, both inside and outside your home, about 15 to 20 minutes a day, just to keep all the commands fresh in Grace's mind. Now we're going to demonstrate our down commands. The first is down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives her a stay and out to the end of the training leash. It's another great exercise to help build up that self-control and maturity in Grace. You can start at about 3 minutes and build your way up to about 5. When Fred returns back to Grace, he's going to walk all the way around her as he did on the sit stay and back into heel position on the left-hand side. And she remains in the down throughout until given another command. Very nicely done. We're going to demonstrate that again for you. These are the down. And the stay. And out to the end of the training leash. And this time he's going to demonstrate that recall command again. Call her in using her name. She comes in nice, sits right in front, and now she'll perform the finish by heeling around the back and right back into heel position on the left-hand side. Very nicely done. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command. will be the down from a distance. You're going to leave Grace in a sit stay and walk out to the end of the training leash. This will be the only time you use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop Grace into a down from the end of the training leash.
No.
She started to come in instead of down. So I gave her a no, slight correction, repeated the command, she went down perfectly. Now he's going to return back to her by walking all the way around her and back into heel position on the left-hand side. Excellent job. We've demonstrated for you all the obedience commands that Grace has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Grace, and thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.